think it was the guys.
I've been recording my classes for 6 years, and somebody said yesterday, "Do you record your classes? How do you record your classes? Do you use a tape recorder?" Can you believe that?
Welcome to Amazon.
Oh my God. Who asked you that?
I'm not telling. I'm not
Okay.
telling their name, but they don't teach math. They teach another subject.
They teach you.
No, they don't teach at the Anderson campus. They teach at the Pendleton campus.
Ah.
Kathy was blaming it on her.
All right. So get your numbers down. Make sure you write two different numbers or two different groups. I'll blow the groups up for you because I'm not going to use this screen. I'm going to go to the handy dandy. This is not a test question, but it's in your homework, as you can see. It might be a standardized test question, but it ain't gonna have parts A through E or F or G like this one does. That's the only thing I don't like about this question. If I was to ask this question on a test, I would give you the two groups, but I wouldn't ask you 15 questions. I would just ask you which group is tighter, which group has less variance. And we're going to get into variance today. We're knocking out two birds with one stone today. That's why I like to do the math portion. I think in 120 we finally get to the math today, I hope. I'm getting these vocabulary words. Okay, everybody got the A through Z written down?
Sorry, guys.
Pendleton, y'all good?
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of us.
Okay. Anderson, Easley?
No.
Okay. Tell me when you get through, Easley.
Bless
No
you.
sneezing in class, please.
Bless you.
Do not say bless you. You're trying to
Bless
convert
you.
people.
Special.
I'm offended.
Doesn't take much.
Nobody pulled your chain, Miss Jeter.
I'm sitting here behaving myself, writing my little numbers down.
Okay,
Trying to get an A in class.
Okay, is everybody done?
almost. Okay, so this one.
All right, now I'm going to show you a trick of learning the war. See this little icon right here?
Yeah.
This little icon says, do this in Excel. That's what that says. You click on it, it'll send it. You can copy it in StatCrunch, which some of the formulas are already in StatCrunch. I don't use it because I use Excel. Open in Excel, and it'll take you right to the Excel spreadsheet. Some computers will even pull it up for you. There they are. So you don't even have to copy anything down. Now, I'm going to move this to another part down here so we can keep it separate. Control X, Control V as in Victor. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to write down what I want to get. So here we go. Mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, and we're going to go ahead and open up the standard deviation and the variance. We're going to do that today. Hopefully we can lose half the class and maybe they'll drop.
That's the plan.
Yep, that's the plan. Okay, so I want everybody to go ahead and find the first 5 of those two groups. Go ahead and do it by hand. I mean, it's okay if you do that by hand. I don't mind. But if you do this problem after today, I want you to do it on the Excel spreadsheet. But right now, while you're in your notebook, I want you to actually find those 5 by hand. And if you know how to use your calculator, use it. And that does not mean use your phone to text people. Computer instead of half a computer. Ah. Now we also going to have a handy dandy calculator after we do it with the spreadsheet. I'm going to pull up the calculator. On a problem like this, I want you to use either one.
Bless you.
Whatever. Assalamu. What that means. Spricken it going.
Keep typing it.
Give y'all about another couple of minutes.
Oh, 271.
Y'all quit whispering. Dadgum papers, when y'all shuffle papers, it sounds like an avalanche. What do you think it does when y'all whisper? Then I had another teacher say, do you use a camcorder? After I said, no, I don't use a tape recorder. Do you use a camcorder? I said, yeah, in, what was 6 years ago? What's 6 years? What year is it? 2013? I said, 2014, I used a camcorder. Campus for 6 years, and you've never heard that I record my classes, so you're in the same division that I need. I guess I better. Oh, I found out what was wrong with my stylus.
What?
They wore out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the IT person said? This is no joke. You know what the IT person said this morning when I said I need to get 2 more styluses? You know what she said? Does anybody have any idea what she said?
What she say?
She said we can get them out of any room because nobody uses them.
Oh.
I said, am I the only one that has trouble out of these styluses? You know what she said?
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
only one that uses the styluses.
Yeah, that's what public speaking teacher last semester, he did write on the board like over the computer with an expo marker and he'd be clicking stuff.
Who did you have?
God, what's his name?
So your speech teacher
Tressa.
would have the projector on, and he would write with an expo marker, and it would be clicking stuff on the board. That's just sad.
Actually, it was in that room we had private stats, and it's not a whiteboard. It's like an actual.
It's a smart board. I mean, it's a whiteboard like this one, or
It's
a smart board.
Smart board.
So he was writing on the smart board. Now, I want everybody to write those 2 formulas down. And anybody that wants to print them out can Google them. All you have to do is Google variance and standard deviation formula. Now we'll get to that in just a minute, but I want you to finish up. How far are you? You on first group? Second? How far are you? First or second group?
Second.
First. Miss Jeter, which group are you on, first or second?
Second.
Easily, what group are y'all on, first or second?
Second.
All right, give y'all a few more minutes. What I ought to do is give y'all problems, and I didn't have to teach today. I could have a free day. No, that ain't gonna happen. Yes, I just wanted to let you know that Hubert didn't teach today. He just gave us problems. Oh my gosh, a wine distillery blew up and messed up a whole bunch of wine. That's bad. A lot of women are crying over that. I tell you, wine is kind of like the tequila. You have to watch that stuff. That good stuff will kick you between the teeth, between the eyes and then the teeth, and you just drink like 2 glasses or 2 shots, and you get up and you're like, whoa. You gotta watch that dang old wine.
I wonder how you know about that.
Drink it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. That dadgum tequila, though, that's a different story. That's there ain't no liquor like tequila. That's a whole story on itself.
True.
I think there's something to do with that plant they make it. What is it, guava or whatever? I think it's from Mars or something. One night you drink tequila and you want to fight everybody. The next night you drink it and totally off. Bourbon is just straight. You want to fight everybody, you know. I don't know what vodka does because I'm not a vodka drinker.
Sure does.
Who's a vodka drinker?
I used to be.
What does vodka make you do? Just make you
It's on your
fight or
ass.
sleep or what does it make you do?
It's on your ass.
Okay, so they make you sleep, I guess.
Not really.
No, that's tequila.
That's what I thought.
Tequila makes you, you don't know what tequila is going to make you do. It depends on the stars that are aligned and the planets that are aligned on what tequila makes you do. Will you be quiet?
No.
Gosh. All right, y'all done? Y'all should be done. Okay. Okay, it's my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
Okay, let's take our handy dandy summation, and I'm going to divide that. How many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 6. Divided by 6. And that is our handy dandy median. Since there's 6, I'm going to highlight these 2. Well, I'm going to highlight these 2. Yellow, green deal. And we're going to average those 2. Equals, parentheses. This guy. Oh, shoot, they're not in order. Blame it. I hate when they do that. Hold on a minute, y'all. I got to put them in order. Why do you like to see people make mistakes? Is that your thing? Or what?
Make it start from smallest to large.
I'm fixing to do that. Hold on. There we go. Let's go to data. You got to watch it because it's going to ask you, do you want to expand? You say yes. Okay, down here we got to do that again. They may be in order, I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, now, sorry about that. Now we're going to take these two and we're going to highlight them yellow. Yellow equals parentheses this guy plus this guy. Now, does it matter which one you pick? No.
No.
Because addition is what? Commutative. That's with two T's, okay? Commutative. You don't say commutative. Commutative is like diseases and stuff, okay? So first time I said that word at Clemson, I said commutative. And I never will forget what happened to me during that class. I was embarrassed. Okay? Commutative. Mr. McClure, are you a doctor? No, sir. And then he just went on and just embarrassed me for about 5 or 10 minutes. So that's all right. He's dead now.
Ooh,
All right.
wait.
Anybody?
Okay.
The more decimals you got, the less you're going to have a mean. I mean a mode. Why?
Seriously.
Because the decimals are what? The decimals are harder to match up, especially 2.255, 0.256, 0.253. It's going to be harder. Is there a mode?
No.
I don't think there is, and there usually isn't the more decimals you have. So remember, do not put 0. Why? Exactly, and you'll have some smart aleck teacher that'll put a question mark and say, where is 0 in your data? Okay, I know what you mean by none, but do not put 0. Put none, nairn, non-applicable, does not exist. Put a word. Equals highest minus the lowest. Mid-range is equal to the highest plus the lowest. Again, is commutative. So you do not have to worry about which one's first. Now, let's talk about the variance. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to do something here that I asked y'all to do at the beginning of the semester. And what is that? Read. I'm going to ask y'all to read. Because some people don't want to read. They want to just ask the teacher. Okay? And I want you to read. What I want you to read? The formula. All right. These are your categories, right? Classes are categories, right? Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
And this is your head count, or in this case, these are your X's. Okay? So, I want everybody to tell me what the formula for variance says. Just look at it and somebody tell me what it says.
Mean minus.
Minus the mean.
Okay, there you go. You're reading it. You're saying X minus the what?
The
mean. Remember, lowercase statistic. X bar is a sample mean. So X minus X bar. So what am I going to do with the mean with each one of these X's? Subtract. That's right, class. So this first column right here is going to be called X minus X bar. And I want you to take your handy-dandy calculator and take 104.4 minus 150, and I want you to use all that. You don't round until the very end. So I want you to use all those numbers and subtract each one. Now, if you are an Excel person, you click on that, minus this, and hit F4, Foxtrot 4. Foxtrot 4 or F4 locks that cell. If you are an Excel person, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, just hit F4. If you don't want to use Excel, then don't listen. And that should be what y'all get. Check your numbers. Just check the first, middle, and last. If you got the first, middle, and last with your calculator, then you're doing the right method. So I'm going to take, we'll color this. Let's use the color that, dang old, it's not magenta. I don't know what that is, but we're going to use it. Okay, so that, well, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to use the colors that I have on. So that is that right there. Is everybody following me? So now what am I going to do with that x minus x bar?
Square
I'm
it.
going to square it because I'm reading my formula. And the reason I'm asking you to read the formula is because y'all going to come in here tomorrow or Monday and you're going to say, why did we do that? Well, you got to read the formula. Now we're going to take x minus x bar and we're going to square it. So that means you're going to take this number and do what with it?
Square it.
Square it. So now I'm going to go right here. And that's why the Excel spreadsheet, and if you notice in some of your accounting classes and some of your classes where you actually do things that are in the real world, use the Excel spreadsheet. Why? Because the Excel spreadsheet, you use it for the same reason that I use it in this class. It does everything in one place. You don't have to change screens and go to this screen like you do on your calculator. Everything is here in one place. So I'm going to go here, equals, means mathematical formula. And I'm going to raise that, shift 6, caret symbol, to the second power. Now, in this meeting yesterday, I told the person that we have a lot of assumptions. A lot of faculty, staff, administrators assume that they know what technology is, and really they don't. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, a lot of people go to have a Skype meeting, and they don't know how to use Skype. I said, a lot of students watch me do Excel, and they go home, and they think they can what? Use Excel. It's the same thing with a piano and a guitar. Can you play the guitar if you watch me play the guitar? No. You have to learn it yourself. You can't go home and go, oh, I tried Excel and I just can't do it. I'm not telling you to use Excel. I'm telling you on these problems, you're going to have to use the calculator or Excel. I'm using Excel for the instructional purposes. But if you want to use it, I want you to have the open mind to say, I need to practice it. Okay? Now, let's take our handy-dandy highlighter, and let's highlight orange, burnt orange. What I do after I square that number, what is that funky-looking E? Capital sigma. I want you to know. Why do y'all mumble? Not only in class. You call me on the phone, you leave a voicemail. It sounds like, have y'all ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
When he takes those delayed quaaludes and they slobber over it. That's what y'all sound like on the phone. So, I think what Miss Alexander was trying to say, you add them all what? You add them all up.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ms. Poor, saying, y'all been conditioned. I think it's Pendleton. The Pendleton campus has conditioned y'all to just.
I don't think that's
damn
true.
thing.
That's incorrect.
Pretty so.
No, I'm talking about not just y'all, the whole Pendleton campus has been conditioned. Pendleton and high school, they have conditioned y'all not to say a word in class. It's kind of like growing up in a Southern Baptist church. You're supposed to sit there like this. You're not supposed to say a word. Couldn't even breathe. Honestly, I think people have been conditioned. They're not supposed to talk in class. Well, when the teacher talks to you, it's okay to talk. Give y'all a little bit of information there. So this is our what? That's our numerator for our variance. So I'm going to highlight that. Handy dandy, burnt orange. There, I guess that's close enough. Yeah, there we go. Burnt orange. So I want you to take your formula for variance and put that 30,286.5333 and put it in the numerator of your, because I'm going to do the bottom for you. Okay, I'm going to do the denominator. Y'all ready? The denominator is 5. That's amazing, isn't it? I did it in my head.
No.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Some people, that's an accomplishment if they can find n minus 1. Because the first thing they say is, what's n? Well, how many test grades do we have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N is equal to 6. So that's going to be 5. So I'm going to go right here, and I want you to go ahead and calculate the variance. And I'll come behind you and see if you're right. Okay, it shouldn't take you 15 minutes to do that, but I'm going to give you another couple of seconds. Somebody at Anderson, tell me you're done when you're done. Okay, you got it? All right, here we go. I got 6,057.307. Miss Jeter, did y'all get that right up there in Pendleton?
Yes.
How about you and Easley?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. Now, what is the relationship between, this is a standardized test question. This is one of those wordy questions that has a word as an answer, vocabulary. What is the relationship between the variance and the standard deviation? The square root of the variance is equal to the standard deviation, or the variance squared, or the standard deviation squared is equal to the variance. It's just the opposite of each other. So what am I going to do? Now, I don't take the square root, raise it to the 1/2 power or the 0.5 power, because I don't use the radical because that's a pain, especially when you get to calculus. So I'm going to raise this to the 0.5 power. Now, if you want to do the radical, knock yourself out. And there is your standard deviation. Now, that's important because we're going to copy it. Control C. And we're going to Control V. Now, I'm going to have to make a change because they are probably right here. Let's make sure they're reading I4. Yeah, they're reading I4. We need to change that to I16. So I'm going to change that to I16 and hit F4. All right, now somebody check the bottom and make sure that my mean and some of those numbers look right. Go ahead and work the bottom now. Now, some of my numbers may be off because I still might need to make a couple of adjustments. I think I made the adjustments I need, but go ahead and check it.
They're matching.
Thank you. And I'm going to pull up the handy dandy calculator while y'all are checking those numbers. And make sure you fill out your notebook paper with the steps that we're doing, because that's what's going to tell you that in this video is basically going to tell you how to do this problem. This is not a test problem. Well, the problem that Ms. Jeter sent is a homework problem, but not a test problem because it's got too many parts. What I'm doing right now could be a test problem because I'm going to ask you just one single question. Which one has the most valid data, group 1 or group 2? That's the only thing I'm going to ask you. And what's going to tell that is the mean, median, mid-range, and standard deviation. Oh, I forgot to do the mid-range. I got to highlight that green too. Per day, sorry. And I'm going to highlight the standard deviation also. Now, you should check my numbers, and I think the numbers are pretty, I think they're okay, but
Bless you.
let me know. Huh?
Huh?
Are they okay?
I was telling somebody, bless you.
Oh. I'm surprised they ain't beat her up yet.
Well, speak up, honey. We can hear you. What you saying?
You should be able to hear me when I mumble. That's what y'all say.
Some of us
I
don't
said
mumble.
that I'm surprised Pendleton hadn't beat you up out in the hallway.
They wouldn't do that because they love me.
They just hate me. Is that what it is? All
That
of
is
them
correct.
just hate me.
We talk about you in a bad way when we.
I'm sure y'all talk about me. Yes, I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
He's about a redneck, ain't he? Yep. He's
Oh,
loud. Yep. All right. So what this tells us? Well, I'm going to erase this over here, and I'm going to try to wrap this up and show you what basically we just done. The standard deviation is the spread. Now, you can look at spread in a gambling term, or you can look at spread as just a generic term. Spread means how something is spread out. The further something is spread out, the worse. So I'm going to draw my handy-dandy bell curve here. And yes, from here on out, you will be drawing this bell curve in every chapter. I'm not going to show you right now, but I'm going to show you for the one person that's going to do it. I'm going to show you how to do this and not have to draw this every single time
Print it out.
for the one person that's going to do it.
Print it out.
Median goes in the middle. I'm sorry. The mean goes in the middle for right now. And that's one. Now I'm gonna say 158 because I don't want to have to try to do decimals in my head. 158 goes here, and 116 goes here. And then I'm going to add to the right, means add on a number line. You add plus your standard deviation. Somebody take your calculator and add 158 plus 78.
236.
What?
236.
236. Add another 78.
314.
And do that to the left, only subtract. What's 158 minus 78?
80.
80.
And minus 78 is 2.
2.
Now do that to the bottom.
Okay.
So what's 116 plus 66?
182.
And plus 66?
248.
And minus on the other side?
182. Oh, oops. No,
116
sorry.
minus
50.
66. What?
Sorry.
50.
50 and minus the
16.
negative 15 or 16? What is it?
16.
Okay. Now I want you to write down the following thing. Empirical rule, because that's your homework. I want you to look up empirical rule in your book or wherever you want to look it up. It's percentages on each side of the mean. Look that up. Oh yeah, don't look it up in your book because it's called the 98, 97, 22 rule or some stupid stuff like that. All right, so if you want to look it up in your book, it's called something stupid. 99.7, 95, 98 rule or something. It's called the empirical rule. I want you to look that up for homework. We will continue this problem with the calculator Monday or whenever we come back. I don't know, today's Friday. Okay, so we will continue this on Monday. So let me go ahead, stop the recording.